Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela here. Today I'm going to share with you a flip through of my latest journal that I've made. It's a nature journal that I've made for the lovely Tina from Hummingbird Tales. I'd just like to welcome everybody. If you're new and if you're one of my ongoing supporters, welcome back. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. So let's get started. This is quite a big journal, but let's start with the cover. If I bring this up, you can have a look and see. Hopefully you can see all of that. What I've done here is I've got some fabric that I've covered the journal with. You can have a look there. It's all nature based. We've even got this beautiful bird on the back. So that's a linen based fabric. And on the front, what I've done is I've layered up using some lilac trim, lace trim, some leaf trim, some vintage doily there, more lace, and a couple of papers from my stash. And there we have on the front a bird from the Calico Collage kits, one of those. I've used a Sorry Silk closure, which I get from Parent Yarns, and you can see it's quite a few pages in there. In fact, Tina, I'm sorry, we went beyond the 160 pages and you now have pretty much a 200-page journal. You know, I never know when to stop with these things. It's a problem. Anyway, a nice problem to have. So there we have it. So that is a nature journal. Let's move on and get in. Oh, let me give you some measurements quickly. The width of the journal is 17 centimeters across, or 6.5 inches, and lengthwise is 23 centimeters down, or 9.25 inches. The spine, I think it was 3 inches. Yes, it's just 8 centimeters, or just over 3 inches. All right, and even then it's still really big. Okay, so let's open this up. The weather turned rather nippy this weekend, so I don't know if summer's over. Let me know what the weather's like where you're from. Right, so if we open this up, you can see. Let's try and get this in frame. I think that's about it. So we have over here the inside cover, which I've used scrapbook paper because it's nice and thick. I've put a vintage piece of lace over there. I have a couple of things on in this inside pocket. The first being a tag that I've made with dragonflies. I love these colors in this journal. I really didn't want to part with it, Tina. A lovely deer, because I know you said you love so much nature, so that's another tag I've just sewn. That came from one of the Calico Collage kits. This is a postcard, I think is actually Amity Bloom. Let's put that behind. Just another piece of ephemera. And that's my card that I give with all my books. So there we go. Let's put this all back. I'm not going to take out every single piece of ephemera. I'm going to try and keep it as quick as possible, otherwise it'll take me forever to download. So let's just put that all back in there. All right, so here on the front page, and really it is such a chunky journal, beautiful image of two lovebirds there on the front. We have these pages as well. This is from Ephemera's Garden. I've just made a CD pocket with a card in there and covered that up like that, some stenciling. All the pages are tea dyed. Here again, I've just got 2 pieces of ephemera behind the pocket, which I've made, and you'll see how I do that on Instagram and YouTube. Piece of ephemera in there. One of the Edith Holden pages, which I've just made a little tuck spot of. 2 pieces of ephemera in there. Again, some lovely birds. Here we have antique papery. Beautiful pages there. Here I've tea dyed these pages, used some gesso mixed media. I've put inks, I've stenciled, I've stamped, and I've collaged. So I thought that went nicely with that. Here we have some a whimsical adventure page, bit of altering there with some washi. A little glassine bag with quite a few bits of ephemera and one of the tags that I have made myself. Again, stenciling and altering the page with mixed media. Another whimsical adventure page from the woodland, a walk in the forest. And here I've done an altered envelope with a journal card that fits in there with a beautiful owl. A genuinely vintage toadstool page from a book that I've got on toadstools, and again some more ephemera in there. I love this page. I think I'll lift this up. Just taken some faux leaves and I've just used some threads and mixed media page and put that on over there. So that was that. Bird image that I've put there of some hummingbirds. Only fit, isn't it? Beautiful dragonflies. Love these pages as well. Some collaging. Some moths. That's from Antique Papery. One of these pockets that I've made using old book pages, which you would have seen on Instagram. Just put some journal cards behind there. These journal cards are ephemera that I've just stitched and backed onto card, just to make them firmer and nicer to use. I love that image, aren't those colours stunning? That's actually from Shabby Doodah. I've never bought one of her kits before, but I tried it with her, I think it's a bee kit. This is a vintage butterfly book page that I've just stenciled on. Antique Papery. The other side of that book page. Again, Antique Papery. Another one of these little pockets that I've made. One of the tags that I've made as well, so that just goes in there. Right, the other side of the moths, which I love that. Isn't it so pretty? Look at that. Other side of the dragonflies. This is just a little wallpaper flip that I've made and layered up with some collage butterfly there. Collaging on that page. This is Edith Holden, which I've just put a little collage there, filled in some ephemera, and this is the other side of the altered envelope. And again, oh, it's that side, we've got a little card that shows through, sorry, like that, with some mushrooms and some fabric. Some more walk in the forest pages, another altered envelope, another card that I've made. Oh, there's also a journal card in here. Tina, you'll be writing forever in this book. If you do write in them, that is. Here's just another journal card that I've put onto a mixed media page. So I've just stitched that. That goes beautifully with that, I thought. Lovely Antique Papery. Other side of that, Edith Holden. Stenciling, mixed media on there. Here's an envelope that I've made with old book pages. That's just the back of the envelope and I've clipped it on there. A bee page from Ephemera's Garden. Love those teal colours. And this one, I think this is from Dreams, etc. Okay. Here we go. So we've got another one of these dragonfly pages. These are I've got a tutorial on this for my 5 on a dime challenge, which I've added into here. You've got your, so if you want to see how to make that, you can go and have a look there. Here's one of these long tags, and then another tag, which I've just stuck in over here. So that just slides in over there, and just some butterflies. And these with little cards in them. Oops. Right, so that's stuck onto the page like that, and that turns over another mixed media page. Here I've made a clear pocket, which I've recycled from old packaging and put in a card there. So I'm not going to fight with you. Right, here's just a little pocket I've put aside with a couple of bits of ephemera. That's from Mrs. Cog, actually. So I've got all sorts going on in here. So that just tucks in nicely over there. Another one, moth page with some other moths on it. Just some stenciling and altering there. Antique papery, another altered envelope, which I've just backed using lace fabric and all sorts, and just a piece of ephemera in there. Another altered pocket, which I've made from altered book pages. And that is another card that a tag, sorry, that I've made. Gosh, lots in here. There really is a very full journal. Some collaging on the page, lots of stenciling. This is an avocado dyed page. I've put all sorts on here: gesso, stenciling, collaging, stamping, inking, the whole lot. Here's another walk in the forest page. Another vintage mushroom page, which I've stenciled on. The other side of this is a tea dyed page. This is Nick the Booksmith's vellum page that I've printed on vellum. Antique papery. Isn't that beautiful, those colours? I just love that. The other side of the vellum, so pretty. It's onto one of these tea dyed pages, so I left that plain. The other side of the mushroom page. Here's another walk in the forest. Another mixed media avocado dyed page. Another pocket I've made. A couple of bits of ephemera in there. Let me just put that in there. The other side of the pocket. And I'm sure there is a piece of ephemera in there. I try and match everything up as best I can. Antique papery. Another 2 antique papery pages. The back of the moth page. A little pocket. Oops. Tuck that in there. Just altered the pocket and added lots of collaging and whatnot. Right, here's another page that an envelope that I've made from old book pages, and that's the other side of it, just peeking over. This is from Calico Collage. You can see little bits of brown and gold from the various ink sprays that I have. Some stamping, collaging, beautiful dragonflies. These stamps I got from My Porch Prints, and I really love those as well. Right, we're on to the third signature. Dreams, etc. Love that picture. Ephemera's Garden. Oh, these colours are just so pretty. Isn't that lovely? Here's another one from Calico Collage. I've made an altered envelope here with a little book that I've just put in there with a beautiful dragonfly, a very whimsical sort of notebook with bits of genuine antique paper from old school books. From the 50s, I think, or 40s. So I was lucky to get that. So that, oops, I've got it wrong already. Sorry, I'm messing about. I shouldn't really. Right, so that goes in there, something like that. I'll have to put it right later. Here's just a belly band I've used with various little envelopes that I've put in here. Some more vellum that I've printed on. Turns out really nicely. Another altered envelope that I've made using old book pages again. Oh, and here's an Edith Holden genuine vintage postcard of a fox, which I thought went nicely in this journal. And there's a beautiful moth picture. Look at that. Another altered pocket. antique papery. Beautiful pages. Isn't that so pretty? This is also antique papery. I love that. Little cottage there in the middle of the woods. Beautiful birds. Journal card here that you can just write on. Lovely image from, oh, this is a from Gina from the Firefly Studio. Gina gifted me these, and I thought I'd part with one for you, Tina, and because it went so nicely. So there we go. I'm not in the habit of usually people who give me things, I keep them for my own journals, and then they're just 2 bits of ephemera that go in there. Another Edith Holden page, which I've just used and put some sari ribbon on. This is actually one of my own vintage postcards that I've digitized and stitched there, which I thought was beautiful. Again, just put on that. Didn't want to cut that off because it's such a beautiful picture. Little pocket or tuck spot and a beautiful picture of a hummingbird. Had to have hummingbirds. A little butterfly I've put on there. One of Tracy Fox's faux tea cards. Another journal card that I printed out and stitched around for one of the kids. The other side of that antique papery. Another little card that that I've made with the sari silk. Just behind the little pocket with a piece of ephemera in. Another glassine bag that I put various green and very light aqua butterflies in, and I've just collaged. Some more altered pages, put in some ephemera here. There's a little hummingbird genuine playing card that I've just tucked in there. You can tuck in things here as well. Another one of those vellum sheets. Beautiful forest pages. And this idea I followed from Wendy's Adventures, and I saw Martina from Tinkila do this, and I went and I copied what she was doing. So this is my take on that. They just fold around like that, and you've got these 2 cards that go in there. So I thought that was really lovely, so I've put that in here. There we go. Another page from Calico Collage and Ephemera's Garden. And we're on to the last signature. So I've got a couple of these little labels. I just made this little envelope because I can't get hold of these in the UK. Just a little bee tag or card with some beetles. And a little card from Mrs. Cog, which I've reduced down and put in there. Oops. So that goes in there. Some more collaging. Just little bits of, I think those are from Tracy Fox. This is one of Gina's 5 and the dime envelopes she did for July that I've just used and made and used for this. And then you've got some writing space and some more that like that, some collaging. More collaging, more moths. Some more handmade pockets. Again, with a, well, you saw me make this one on my 5 on a dime challenge, I think, last month. There we go, some beautiful dragonflies. Another beautiful pollinators, let's say. Some more ephemera going in there. Onto this avocado dyed paper, and I've just altered up this pocket. Another altered envelope. This is, I've got a tutorial on this. I hope you can see it. With this, if you're wanting to have a look at this altered envelope, then go and have a look at my tutorials and you'll follow how to do that. Another pocket with the little bits of ephemera. Love the little birds. Look at that, how sweet. Lots of birds and nature and animals wherever I could find them. Edith Holden. It's a little bit of a collage there. Another one of Nick the Booksmith's digitals, which I put on vellum. Here's a beautiful picture of a whimsical fox. Love those colours, nice and bright. Tina said she likes colour. The other side of Nick the Booksmith's page, tea stained paper that I've just collaged a little bit on. And there we have the other side of the Edith Holden. I've tucked in some little pictures with some nature, bits of ephemera in there, so that just goes in there like that. This is just a little pocket that I've tied a bow. You can see it's just got holes either side, and I've put some of Roxy Creation labels and just collaged on there, and I thought that went well with that page, so we've just put it in there. Here's the other side of the antique paperie and that envelope that I was talking to you about, and the back of that, which has a little journal card as well. Okay, near the end now. Little journal card there, which I've stitched on, of bees from Antique Paperie. This is a wallpaper envelope that I've made. Just love that. So I've just put that onto that avocado dyed page. Grip the paper clip, there we go. The other side of that dragonfly sheet. Here we have beautiful bird's nest there, and then one of these guest check goodies. Another tea dyed page which I've just collaged. A little place that I've just had to tuck some notes, and I've put some notes on that comes from A Walk in the Forest. And here's another one of these genuine Edith Holden postcards that I had in my stash, and I thought, well, we had to have a squirrel as well, so in that went. So these are not prints, they are authentic. Right, then at the back I've just got I think this is Nick the Booksmith, I could be wrong, but I seem to think that is. And then this is just Dreams, etc. at the back. And then all I've done here at the back is I've made a little sort of tuck spot thing. I've put in a calendar card that I've backed and stitched, and then one of Amity Bloom's little journals cards that I've stitched. So that goes in there, and then I've just put some collaging and little bits and pieces on the back there. So there we have it. This chunky monkey is going to be going off to Tina. So if you like that, please could I ask you to give me a thumbs up. I'll take this opportunity to thank everybody for their ongoing support. You all are so wonderful and so kind and so supportive and also so inspiring. So thank you, everybody. So yeah, I'd love it if you would leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And I will definitely be sure to get back to you. I hope to be back really soon again. I've got a couple of other journals I'm almost finished with as well, so I'll be showing you that, and hopefully I can get to doing a few more tutorials after the start of the college year, which is keeping me really busy at the moment, so I'm sorry about that. Thank you all for joining me again, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye bye.